Okay, good morning, boys and girls. Happy Friday. Hopefully this is the last of our math videos, and we're going to be in class on Monday, God willing. So today's lesson, this is lesson 9, and we're starting a simpler version of algebra, kind of like the math that you're going to be doing in middle school. Okay, so let's start here with our new concept. Some of the addition examples in this book will have an add-in missing. Okay, remember the numbers that we use in an addition sentence or an addition number sentence, they're called add-ins, right? So here we're going to work with number sentences that have a missing add-in, just like we see right here in this example, okay? Now in algebra, they replace that missing add-in with a letter or a box, okay? As you get into the higher math, you'll see letters. They're going to start to use letters, okay? They really won't use that box so much. But here for this lesson, they do use sometimes a box. So we can use a letter or a box to represent the missing number. When an add-in is missing and the sum is given, the problem is to find the missing add-in, okay? So when we have one add-in here, there's another add-in that is missing, and we have the sum, we need to figure out what M is, or what is this add-in that is missing. So let's take a look at this example here. Find each missing add-in, okay? So for A, we have 4 plus M equals 7, okay? Now, we have here B, there's a square, this one is missing, plus 4 equals 9, okay? So let's go back to A here. This is an explanation for A, and I'm going to show you an easier way as well, okay? So for A, this is 4 plus M equals 7. Think 4 plus what number equals 7, okay? Now, you know your math facts. You know 4 plus 3 equals 7. That means the missing add-in, or M, is going to equal 3, okay? For B, we have the square here, right? That's missing. There's an add-in that is missing. So this add-in, this missing add-in, plus 4 equals 9. So you need to think about which math fact would have a number and add-in here plus 4 would equal 9. Since you know 5 plus 4 equals 9, then this missing add-in is going to equal 5. However, I know that I showed you in school, let me just get my paper here, an easier way to find this, okay? And this is actually going to be very helpful for you as you get into the higher math. So let's go back to, we have that 4 plus M equals 7, right? This is what we're looking for, the missing add-in. Remember, I told you that when you see an addition sentence with a missing add-in, you need to do the opposite of that operation to find the missing add-in, okay? So here, if we have 4 plus M equals 7, then I'm going to subtract, okay? So I'm going to take this sum right here, 7 minus, and I'm going to take that add-in because this is what I have, 4 equals 3. Now I know that this 3 is going to replace this M, okay? And then we're going to plug it in to see if it works. So here we're going to have M equals 3, and we're going to go plug it back into the original number sentence. 4 plus 3 equals 7, okay? Let's do one more. Let me go back to the original problem. Okay, so here you have, let me get a blank sheet of paper here. I'll just turn my paper over. Okay, so here you have your little square or box, plus 4 equals 9, okay? So now I need to figure out what that square is. And we're going to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. 9 minus 4 equals 5. So that means this square is going to equal 5. Now I need to plug it back in to that original number sentence to see if it works. 5 plus 4 equals 9. Is this correct? Yes, that means this is true, okay? So I'm showing you this strategy or technique that you are going to be using as the numbers increase and also as the math gets a little bit more complicated, okay? So this is how we're going to find the missing addend if we are dealing with an addition number sentence, okay? All right, let's see if we have any more practices or examples here that they have provided for us. So this is a word problem. John and Monica made a total of 6 sandwiches for the picnic. John made 4 of the sandwiches. Okay, so we have here 4 sandwiches that John made. How many sandwiches did Monica make? Okay, and remember the total is 6. So here we have 6. So we need to find this missing addend. So we want to find out how many sandwiches Monica made. We know that there are a total of 6 sandwiches and that John made 4 of them. Think 4 plus what number equals 6? Okay, I'm going to ask you to think if this is our number sentence here. Okay, let's create our number sentence. So we have 4 plus, and I don't know, right? This is the missing addend. We'll put a box here, equals 6 for the total number of sandwiches, okay? So your job is to find what number belongs in here, correct? So we're going to take the sum, 6, and we're going to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. Minus 4 equals 2. So that means the square is going to equal 2, okay? So we know now, if I can go back into the original, let's see if this is correct. 4 plus 2 equals 6. This is true, so that is correct. So now let's go back here. We know that John made 4 sandwiches, Monica made 2 sandwiches, and altogether they have 6 sandwiches, okay? So that square is going to equal 2, or the box is going to equal 2, okay? So when you are using when you are answering a word problem and they want to find out how many sandwiches Monica made, we need to write out the answer, okay, in a complete sentence. Monica made 2 sandwiches, period, okay? Remember, if it's a word problem, you are labeling your answer and you are writing your answer in a complete sentence. All right, now let's take a look at the lesson practice. This is just the practice before the homework. We have a few here. Find the missing addend. So the first one here, we have 3 plus, we don't know, there's a missing addend here, so plus this box, square, equals 7, okay? So now I'm going to think about that number sentence. Let's write it here. 3 plus my box equals 7. Remember, we're going to do the opposite, okay? I'm going to take this sum, 7. I'm going to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. 7 minus 3 equals 4. That means this box equals 4. And I need to check to make sure it's correct. So I'm going to plug it back in. 3 plus 4 equals 7. This is correct. that means this box does equal 4 indeed, okay? Let's take a look at B. B, we have 5 plus A equals 9. In this number sentence, you see it's not a box, it's a letter, okay? Same concept. All right, here we have 5 plus A equals 9. Again, I'm going to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. I'm going to take the sum first, 9, okay, minus A, I'm sorry, 9 minus 5, I apologize, sorry. 9 minus 5 is going to equal 4, okay, which means A equals 4. Let's see if this is correct. 5 plus 4 does indeed equal 9, so this is correct. Okay, our next one here, 9 plus, and again I have a box, equals 16. I'm going to write that up here. 9 plus my square equals 16, or my box. Again, I'm going to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. And I'm going to take the sum first, because remember, in subtraction, order matters. Okay, so we have 16 minus 9 equals 7. So my square here is going to equal 7. I need to plug it back in to make sure that this is correct. 9 plus 7 does indeed equal 16. So this is correct. Okay, next one here we have D. We have 2 plus n equals 7. I'm going to write that right here. 2 plus n equals 7. So what do I need to do? I am going to take first the sum, 7. I'm going to do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. 7 minus 2 equals 5. That means n equals 5, okay? And now I need to make sure that this is correct. I'm going to plug it back in. 2 plus 5 equals 7, which is correct. All right. Okay, now let's move to the last problem here. This is a word problem. Maria had 5 pencils. Her friend gave her some more, so we don't know how many her friend gave her. Then she had 9 pencils, so we do know the total. How many pencils did Maria's friend give her? So when we have a word problem like this, I need to see that number sentence that you have created. So you need to show me your work. You cannot just write the answer. Although I know many of you have already figured out the answer, you need to show your work. So for E, we're going to write out our number sentence, okay? So Maria had 5 pencils, correct? Her friend gave, that means we're gonna add, right? She's adding to the number of pencils that she has. So her friend gave her some more. We don't know what that some more is. So we can put any letter here. I'm going to put an X, okay? 5 plus X equals, and we know the total, she has 9 pencils in total. What do I need to do here? I need to find out what X is. What does this X equal? So I am going to take the sum. Going to write down the sum first. Do the opposite of addition, which is subtraction. 9 minus 5 equals 4. Therefore, X is going to equal 4. So her friend gave her 4 more pencils. I need to check my work to make sure that this is correct, so I'm going to plug it back in. 5 plus 4 equals 9. This is correct. So now I need to write my number sentence. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to write it right here. Maria's friend gave her how many more pencils? 4 more pencils. period. This is what we need to see. I need to see the number sentence that you have created with the variable or with the missing add-in, okay, and how you solved it. What does that add-in equal? And then you need to plug it back in, and you need to write your number sentence. You need to show me your work for these problems, okay? We're just not going to write answers, okay? All right. I hope that you were able to understand how to find the missing add-ins. If you have any questions, have your parents either text me or email me, or you can email me or text me yourself. And the homework tonight, you are going to have 15 problems. Okay, so there's going to be 1 through 9 on the first page. Oh, I'm sorry, 1 through 10 on the first page. And then we also have 4 more problems on the next page, 5 more problems on the next page with an early finisher. Again, the early finisher is optional. It will give you 5 extra points on your homework, okay? And I'm going to be emailing this out shortly. Thank you.